Hey guys, how's it going? It's Michael here, and today I wanted to, well, first of all, film inside because it's kind of raining right now. As you guys can probably see, the sky is a little bit cloudy, but let's see. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about this post-COVID era and kind of, I don't know if everyone is feeling this kind of same way that I'm thinking, but I kind of feel like everybody in this post-COVID era are kind of dealing with some kind of burnout or exhaustion in a sense. So what do I mean by like this burnout or this exhaustion? Well, I feel like something that happened during COVID kind of triggered people in a way. I mean, maybe it was something about this whole feeling like, okay, let me just move back a little bit. So I remember when I first heard about the virus, and people started talking about it almost as if they kind of wanted the pandemic to happen. It was kind of like it seemed like it was kind of exciting for people to hear about like this pandemic happening. Like they kind of wanted something crazy and big to happen so that their lives would kind of, not be so monotonous and repetitive as it may have been at the time. That was just kind of the feeling that I got about the whole um, pre-pandemic spread of COVID information. It kind of spread like wildfire because people kind of wanted it to happen in a way. That's kind of how I felt about it. So that's how it kind of starts. That's the first part. It's like people, they they kind of want the pandemic to happen because life somehow feels repetitive or monotonous or something like that. And then the pandemic hits and everybody is kind of stuck inside. A lot of parts of the world had lockdowns. People had to stay in their home. They couldn't do normal things. They couldn't go to parties. They couldn't go to stores or bars. People couldn't do a lot of the usual social things. And I think that the isolation from COVID, it kind of brought people inwards, and they had to sort of be with themselves a lot more. And I mean, who knows if this is really true, but I feel like when you're forced to be with yourself and to deal with your own self, it kind of changes you. It kind of changes the way you see things, the way you see everyday life, the way you see how superficial some things might be. And so I think from that lockdown period, that period of isolation, people kind of changed in a way, or maybe they reflected on life and realized that things feel kind of hollow in a sense. So then fast forward a couple of years and COVID is over. And that isolation period has not been forgotten. We all kind of carry those memories of COVID. We all carry those kind of scars and the memories of COVID, right? Nobody kind of wants to get isolated again. nobody, I mean, maybe some people do, but I think most people don't want to be locked down and lose their freedom to do things again. And another thing was the work from home. A lot of people had to go back to the office. So the routines of everyday life kind of came back. And I don't know, I feel like there is kind of this like burnout now. Like people are kind of like tired, exhausted from all the hustle that we all have to put in to survive. Some people are lucky and they have good jobs that they like, but there's a lot of people stuck living paycheck to paycheck, doing things that they don't really want to do. Like I know in my hometown in Toronto, rent is crazy expensive. It's like $2,500 a month. I heard $2,600, maybe $2,800 a month just to rent like a 1-bedroom apartment in Toronto. And if you're working minimum wage, what do you get? You probably get like $2,000 a month full time, maybe like 2,200. So I mean, people are struggling these days, and I feel like that struggle that a lot of people are having is causing a lot of exhaustion. Like, why are things so expensive these days? Why does rent keep going up? Housing seems to become more and more unattainable. Seems like the middle class is kind of disappearing. So again, not all people are focused on these kind of problems, because some people are lucky enough to be making enough money to live, not paycheck to paycheck. Some people are able to save. But I do sense that a lot of people are kind of exhausted these days, and they kind of just like, they're kind of losing their patience in a sense. Like, for example, I don't want this to get political, but a lot of protests and angry people who push for things to change, I feel like these people are kind of really mentally distressed, and they kind of just are tired of where we are, and they want to push things forward and forward and forward, just so things are different. And I feel like those are similar to the people who kind of kept talking about COVID before the pandemic really started. They were the ones who were kind of spreading the information. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head here, but the sense remains the same, that I think a lot of people are quite exhausted. And now we have AI becoming crazy and more developed. And with AI, we're gonna see more jobs being replaced. Who knows what we're gonna really see, actually. We don't really know how crazy this, this AI stuff is gonna keep exponentially growing. Who knows what life is even gonna be like in 5 years? Who knows what AI is gonna be able to do, or even who knows what kind of maybe even scientific discoveries that AI might find and might help us develop. So I feel like times are really changing really fast, and at the same time, people are so tired, and they're just like waiting day by day for things to kind of just change already. And I mean, I feel kind of lucky myself that I don't need to live paycheck to paycheck. I can kind of just chill a little bit and, not worry too much. I can kind of just focus on my own mental health and physical health, and just, keep going. I can survive. I can have some patience, but I also do feel that sense that I kind of just want things to change as well. I don't want to, be forced to grind my whole life. I think I think we are gonna enter this new phase of abundance from AI. Like a lot of people, they're kind of afraid that AI is gonna take their job. It's gonna take all jobs. But I kind of think that, if AI is doing everything for us, everything is gonna be so cheap. It's like, do we really need to even work anymore if AI is gonna be providing all the labor for us? You know what I mean? Like, the question doesn't really become about what am I gonna do for a living. It becomes more about what kind of freedoms will I still have? Who is gonna be controlling the AI? Who is gonna be owning all of the systems and everything? Anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. But anyway, yeah. I think I need to kind of improve my the points that I try to get across. But anyway, that was just kind of a little rant there. What did we talk about? We talked about how people are feeling after COVID, I guess, and maybe what's coming next. Maybe I'll make more videos about what might happen in the future, where things could be going, and what we should be concerned about, what we should be thinking about when it comes to these things. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. If you want to listen to more of my rambles or talks. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and peace.